We welcome you to Cambrian Hall. When you think class, this is the place to be. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Introducing first, it's Katie Taylor. She's 5'5" tall with a reach of 66.1 inches. And imagine standing across from this woman. It's Katie Taylor. She's 165 centimeters tall with a reach. Introducing first, Katie Taylor, one of the best to ever do it, fighting out of Ireland.
This is going to be an intense stare-off before the fight starts.
So now let's go into the ring for the official introductions. Here's the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr. This bout, so much hype. Here we go for round one. Beautiful counter punch. They both want the knockout. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These two were made for each other. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
She catches and counters. Punch, counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Catch and shoot. Nice counter shot. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Katie Taylor took a big shot and has to go down. Let's see that again.
A shot from the gods took her out.
10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Oh no, Katie Taylor hurt. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's.
He's starting to make mistakes.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Well, Johnny, she looks pretty good right now, but how do you think she's going to hold up after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Nice counter shot by her. She wasn't ready for that counter. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That jab doesn't score. The greatest female perhaps of all time is in trouble of going down. That punch dropped her hard. I have got to see that again.
Where did...
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
The right hook misses. Are we about to see Katie Taylor knocked out? Aggressive shot there. Down she goes. Let's see it again one more time. Well, she gets a minute break here, but I'm sure she wishes it was 20 minutes after being dropped twice in that last round. There's the bell to start round 3. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Counter punch. Hook misses. Bombs away. Nice counter. The greatest female perhaps of all time is in trouble of going down. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Halfway through the round and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Oh no, Katie Taylor hurt. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Here we go to the 4th round. How about that time counter shot? Throws the jab but does not score. The perfect counter lands. Can't land the jab there. Did you see that? Are we about to see Katie Taylor knocked out? We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
She's absolutely done her in there with a headshot. Cue up the replay machine.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, no, Katie. The pound-for-pound queen, Katie Taylor, goes down. She really knocked the wind out of her with that punch, and she can't stay on her feet any longer. see what her trainer... On to the fifth we go. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like...
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. The greatest female perhaps of all time is in trouble of going down. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? Hold that thought! Are we about to see Katie Taylor knocked out? Looks like trouble was averted.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Well done with that counter shot. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Just missed. Pulled her right there. The greatest female perhaps of all time is in trouble of going down. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
I need to see that again.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.